There's quite an interesting story behind the Bunk collages. In the late 1940s, Paolozzi was stationed in Paris, where there were lots of ex-GIs and servicemen. Paolozzi got quite interested in the art of advertisements and graphic design. So he'd quite often go up to these American soldiers and ask them if he could have a copy of their pin-up postcards, pulp fiction novels, little bits of advertising from American magazines, and started to collate them to make these collages. In 1952, he then gave a lecture to the independent group of artists, of which he was a founder. And for the whole lecture, he showed these different collages under a projector light. And the people were mesmerised. This was the birth of pop art. It was the first time that advertisements had been treated as if they were cultural and artistically valuable things. He then forgot about the images fairly quickly, and it wasn't until the 1970s, when he was putting together work for a Tate retrospective, that he rediscovered the suite of collages that he'd made. 47 of the original collages were chosen to be made into facsimile prints. The process was quite lengthy, complex, and made for an interesting comment on the actual creative act of collaging itself. These individual pieces would be replicated by screen printing or lithography. They'd be printed and then hand-torn or creased or crumpled to sort of replicate and mimic the effect of the original collaged bits of refuse before being stuck together to make these facsimile prints. Our set of images comes from edition number 1 of 50 specials. It's the only fully signed set that Paolozzi signed and numbered. It's a fantastically rare and important suite in terms of its role in British art and developing pop art, right from the early 1950s. It's a fantastic set of images. Do come by the gallery to have a look at them in person, and it should also be available on the website.